Willows. These are willow trees. See if I can get us to focus here. Here we go. And you can see all the willows coming in. These are the first things that come in for the pollinators here in Maine. I think this is why we get such great amounts of pollinators here, is we have a lot of these willow trees right here. They're kind of hard to see against the backdrop. These are all more willows. You can kind of see some up there. They're nice and tall. And all of this over here as well. So I was super excited when we moved here to find these and kind of start learning about them, and then to find out about the whole early pollination steps. I don't know if you can see up there, we got some really tall ones. Now, of course, it's also nice this time of year to cut a bunch down and make a nice Easter bouquet or anything like that. I have at this point a really nice size vase all dried inside. You don't need any water. You just put them in a vase, dry them, and they've had them for years. They're kind of cool to just keep there as a nice little decoration on the mantle. So we have several lots of willow trees here on the property. Again, I did not plant them, just kind of started learning about them as we took this place over, and it's been really beneficial. It's been really interesting to see. And I can't even tell you exactly what species of willow that I have here. I just know that I get a ton of the little flowers, and you can see they're all going to be up there too, and those ones are going to be really hard for me to get to. And I have seen people that cut them down. I think they call it pollicing. I think Pollice, pollice, or something like that. It's something I haven't really dug into too much, something I haven't learned a whole lot about, but I do know that there's things you can do to basically cut them to about like 2 or 3 inches tall, and then you'll get all these little pieces that will shoot up from the top of it, and you can use it for basket making and all that stuff. I'm very interested to sort of try that kind of thing. I just haven't, found the time amongst all the other things that I would love to be able to do. But what I have done is I have taken clippings. So that one is actually an oak tree, but like some of these newer growth pieces, I have taken clippings from them and stuck them in vases this time of year. And you don't want the, I'll call them for flowers for lack of a better term, because they take away the energy. But if you have just the sticks in some water, they will start to root, and then you can basically multiply the amount of willow trees that you have. So I have certainly done some of that. I think some of the live fence ideas that I've seen are also really, really interesting. Really cool how you can just sort of stick the sticks in the ground. If you get them at the right time of year and the right age of the sticks, you can stick them in the ground and they will just start growing. And then because they are so pliable, you can actually weave them into like a living fence. And that is something I just dream about making. I've seen people make some really cool things with these living fence ideas out of willows. So if you're wondering if you have willows, at least in New England, basically at the end of February, beginning of March, all the way till now at the end of March, beginning of April, this is the time where you want to start looking for evidence. And you might be surprised. You might have to look a little higher up than you thought. Some of the ones I just showed you were well over 8 to 10 feet up in the air to kind of start noticing those. And you can see that they just kind of show up everywhere here. All right, that's my little lesson on springtime willows in New England.